How good is that? Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As I, Fonz the Falco, your return subscriber. I miss you so very much, and if you're new here, well, welcome aboard. And if you're looking through here, you notice this whole thing. I got a new little setup here. Have an extra little space, had an extra little barn here at my house, and there's an upstairs spot. And I was like, Dad, can I use this as a studio potentially? It wasn't really used much, and he's like, all right, as long as you clean it up and fix it up nicely, we'll get it going. And after a couple weeks of clearing things out, putting a little carpet here, a little setup, it's finally here. And don't mind, it's very plain right now, a little boring here. I'm going to touch it up in the coming weeks and coming months or whatever. It's going to look a lot nicely here, but I'm out of my room. I graduated after years of content creating in my room. I expanded a little bit more nice here, a little more open here. Can do whatever I want. And that means more videos, more stuff. I don't have to keep taking stuff and putting it away in the closet in my room and putting it out. It's a time constraint. I really just don't feel like doing it half the time. But here, the stuff is open and going, and we're rolling nicely. And what good way to bring my first video here in the new studio than talking about WWE's Elimination Chamber. Now, I talked about the Royal Rumble a few weeks back, and part of this channel, I want to do some more reviews, get back into the wrestling content, and I'm back in it. And I talked about Elimination Chamber. I watched it, and boy, let's just get into it. Do a little quick review, match by match, how I thought was the right choice, how the match went, and then we'll talk about the ending, because let's be real, the ending was the big part of the Elimination Chamber. Well, let's get to the first match with the Women's Elimination Chamber, with the participants being Naomi, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair. And I gotta say, with the Women's Elimination Chamber match, this was really good. It was a good way to kick off the match, kick off the premium live event. I'm still going to call it a pay-per-view. We had a lot of intertwined stories within here. The main thing was a returning Jade Cargill. Came back after being mysteriously attacked. Turns out it might have been Naomi. She went after Naomi right away. We thought it was Liv Morgan, but she went after Naomi. Then Naomi was unable to compete in the Elimination Chamber, so she was taken out right away. I think it's a nice little underlining story here between like Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill. They were a little faction to start off, and then Jade Cargill got attacked. We thought it was Liv Morgan. We weren't sure. Cargill ended up returning here and attacked Naomi, and let me tell you, it's nice to see her return. I think Jade Cargill is a star in the making. She was good in AEW. I think she can do really well in WWE, so it's nice to see a little bit of a story for her. So we're not sure what's going to happen kind of post now. We'll see in the coming weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Maybe we'll see a Naomi Jade Cargill match. Who knows? But talking about the Women's Elimination Chamber match, I gotta say, it was really good. A lot of spots going on throughout. Everybody had their chance to shine. I gotta give credit to Roxanne Perez coming into the main roster, going into Elimination Chamber, and doing really well, kind of showing herself really nice with all the movesets and going up against everybody. Now, while she was eliminated third, I think there's a lot of star potential with Perez down the line, too. Maybe we could see a potential WrestleMania match, singles match with her. Who knows? But I think everybody played their part really well here. Alexa Bliss did look really good here. I thought she was going to end up winning here. Liv Morgan had a shot, but in the end, Bianca Belair won against Liv Morgan, the final two. That ending sequence was really good. Now, I'm not shocked, and I don't hate that Bianca Belair won. I think she's really talented. I think going her up against potentially Rhea Ripley or Io Sky, we don't know what's going to happen here. This is recording before their potential match for the championship. But Bianca Belair punched her ticket to WrestleMania, and listen, no matter who she'll go up against, Bianca Belair is talented. She's going to have a very good match. Listen, I want to Liv Morgan to win personally, or Alexa Bliss, but Bianca Belair is a good choice also, to be honest. I don't hate it. I think it was a good way to kick off the show. The Women's Chamber match was really good. Good start so far. Then we get to the second match of the tag team match with Tiffany Stratton and the hometown hero Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Now, it was nice for Trish Stratus to get a pop here in her hometown in Toronto. And the match was good from the start. A good, nice, hot start here. A little bit of a dull point in the middle, and the ending was a little bit weird. Something kind of was off there, but it was a pretty solid match. Now, was it a Elimination Chamber premium live event pay-per-view match? Not really. Could have made it more of a house show or even like a regular Raw or SmackDown episode match. But still, it was a nice little filler here. Listen, if Trish Stratus was in the match, I don't think this match would even be on the card. But still, a nice little filler in between. Again, not too bad. The right person won. Stratton had to win to build herself against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Again, don't hate the match. Pretty solid. Should have been on an Elimination Chamber, a pay-per-view match. Not really. But again, still a good match regardless. Now let's get into the unsanctioned match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. These two have been hitting each other and having matches, teaming up together, going against each other since their days at NXT, even before that in Ring of Honor. And let me tell you, I never get bored of it. It just seems like they always top themselves every single time. Again, this is the case where people say that we're tired of seeing the same two people fight each other, same two solid matches. This is like the rare case with Owens and Zayn where I actually don't mind if they keep fighting against each other because they always go over the top with these matches. And they just didn't care about the actual match. It was an unsanctioned match. What's an unsanctioned match? Basically like a no disqualification, extreme rules, everything in between. But this was a really good match. They fought outside the ring. The hockey stick came out because, you know, they're both Canadian. Owens was biting Sami Zayn, which was kind of funny here. Sami Zayn took a crazy spot going through 2 tables off the top turnbuckle. A barbed wire steel chair came about. The brainbuster hit on the chair by Sami Zayn from Kevin Owens. This is just a chaotic, crazy match, but this was still really good. It honestly could be in the case for the best match of the night. I thoroughly think that this was a very, very good match. And I think it's good that Kevin Owens won. I wouldn't have minded if Sami Zayn won, but I think Kevin Owens should have won here, which was a good choice here. Then we got the return of the Viper, Randy Orton, who came in, attacked Kevin Owens, and literally gave an RKO to everybody. It was nice to see Randy Orton return. I've always liked Randy Orton, one of my favorite wrestlers here. I'm assuming we're going to see Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, and that's going to be one heck of a match as well, if that's potentially the case. As far as with Sami Zayn, I'm interested to see what they do with him now heading into WrestleMania, but still, this match was a very, very good one. This could have been potentially a WrestleMania match if needed be, because that's how good it was. Now let's get into the somewhat main event here with the men's Elimination Chamber with CM Punk, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Seth friggin' Rollins, and of course, the farewell tour of Mr. John Cena. Now, was this one of the best men's Elimination Chamber matches here? I'm not sure right now, but it was pretty solid throughout. Drew McIntyre surprisingly got eliminated first, and he was not happy about that at all. We might see a McIntyre-Priest match heading into WrestleMania. I think with this kind of chamber match, we kind of saw the linings of what the other feuds were going to be heading into now to Mania. And as much as we hate Logan Paul, listen, I'm not a big fan of him, but I will say the wrestler-wise, he is really good in the ring. The good character, good moveset. So I give him his flowers with that. But the final 3 with Seth Rollins, Punk, and Cena, that was a very good final 3. All these 3 have very good history. The moment where Cena and Punk came in and Punk was going in, Cena saying, "I miss you," and Punk saying, "I miss you too." That was kind of a cool moment here, kind of a flashback to their early rival days in the 2010s. Now, when Rollins got eliminated by Punk, Rollins wasn't happy about it. Put the stomp on Punk here, and that led to Cena putting him in the STF submission move. Now, I like how Punk ended up passing out here, not submitting here. It was kind of protecting Punk here. A little bit of a nice little thing noticing here, which was good for him, I think. I think that was a good call. Instead of him tapping out here, putting up the tough persona that Punk is, passing out is, I think, better in this scenario. It kind of builds Punk up a little bit more. We might see a Punk and Rollins match heading into WrestleMania. In the end, John Cena won. Now, I really thought Punk was going to win because I thought he was going to end up main eventing WrestleMania, getting that title match here. But surprisingly, John Cena won. I thought they were going to kind of push it out a little bit more with his farewell tour, chasing that towards the tail end of 2025. But lo and behold, we knew why Cena ended up winning, because now Cody Rhodes came out, and then Rock came out with Travis Scott for some reason. And there was a point with SmackDown before where Rock was saying, "Cody, sell your soul, become the corporate guy, work with The Rock and whatever too." And honestly, I thought it would have been cool to see a heel Cody Rhodes, like a corporate champion, similar to the Attitude Era, where like Rock and Stone Cold were like the corporate champions back in the day. But Cody ended up saying, "Rock, go F yourself." I'm not going to say the actual word here because I don't want to get taken down by YouTube. Which, by the way, not censored at all. I guess this is the new era of WWE where you can curse now on air, and I am all for it. Can you imagine they were allowed to curse during the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era in WWE? That would have been really cool. Now, honestly, at the end, we know what happened. We'll get into it right now. John Cena is officially a heel. That's right. He dapped up Cody Rhodes, looked square in the eyes of The Rock. Rock did this kind of symbol here, and then Cena kicked him in the you-know-what and Kick Dick City, and, well, now he's a heel with The Rock and, again, Travis Scott, which I'm trying to figure out why Travis Scott was somewhat involved in this. But now we got a heel John Cena, the first time really in his career. I know he had a couple of runs in the Ruthless Aggression Era with the Doctor of Thugonomics, but it's been 20-plus years since John Cena has been a heel. It could have been some moments we could have in the past, but now he finally is it first time, and let me tell you, I'm all for it. And really, it wasn't expected. With John Cena, you could have wrote off the good guy persona because it is his last year in WWE, his retirement tour. You could have played it out for the rest of the year, but Triple H and company kind of want to twist it up here, change a couple things. I didn't expect this to happen at all. Now, I just want to know what's going to happen with Cena. What's his ring gear going to be? What's his theme going to be? This video is going to come out before the Raw happens, so who knows what's going to be. But him teaming up with The Rock is just so interesting. And you know what? It kind of makes sense. Cena has not had a significant win in quite some time, not counting this past Elimination Chamber win because, you know, he went up last in the Royal Rumble, the runner-up. And a couple of months and years prior, he really has had a significant win, a singles match W. And I love the final boss Rock persona here. And I think it's good that Cody's now going to be like the good guy kind of backing with the fans in the WWE Universe. And we need a little bit of a change here with John Cena as a heel. It's just weird because they could have easily wrote off this whole thing. Like I said, they could have just played it out with Cena being the face till the end of his career in the end of 2025. You want to twist it up here and change it up? I'm all for it, and I'm interested to see what they do. Does he end up winning the title against Cody at WrestleMania? What's he going to do leading up to it? Is he even going to have some sort of a match? What's his gimmick going to be? The possibilities are really endless here. And if he ends up kind of winning, what's going to happen after? How long is he going to hold on to the belt for? But we'll get to that when it gets to it. Overall with this, though, this was a very, very good ending to a show that was already good in my book. Man, heel Cena. It's just so weird to see a heel John Cena. There's so much that could happen here. Him teaming up with The Rock, it's like the two-man power trip with Triple H and Stone Cold back in the day, too. Or something along the lines. I'm just spitballing here. You could do so much here, and the possibilities are endless, and I'm very excited to see what it is with WWE. But overall, with the Elimination Chamber, the whole entire event in Toronto, the 2025 one, this was really good. The Royal Rumble was really good, and now Elimination Chamber was good. So that's 2 for 2 already. WWE is doing a very good job so far. And I'm not going to lie, I wasn't too sure about it because it didn't feel like the full road build to WrestleMania. But listen, I doubted Triple H for a quick second, but he said, hold on a second, let me cook here. And he absolutely did it with this whole entire thing. Nothing was leaked. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't even think this was going to happen. You kind of thought at some point maybe Cena could have done it because he was standing there in the ring after. But then when he looked into The Rock, everyone's like, no way. Is this really going to happen? And then it ended up happening. So kudos to Triple H and Creative for making this work because overall this Chamber thing, whole entire event was very good. Not just the ending here, but the match itself, the quality was very good. Even the women's match, the tag match I said before, it was good. Like I said, maybe you could have swapped out here and instead put Rhea Ripley and Io Sky here in this match for the Women's World Championship, just in my opinion. But overall, still the pay-per-view was really good. Now, what do you think of the Elimination Chamber 2025? What did you think of it? What was your favorite match? What did you hate the most? What do you think of John Cena's heel turn? What do you think is going to happen there? Was it the right call? Do you think they should just kept him as a face to the end of the year? Let me know down below. Comment back and forth. Let me know. Let's have a discussion. And what do you think of my new setup here? Somewhat right now. A new little thing here. I'm excited for it. Like I said, in the beginning of 2025 and of 24, I did a video. I said, I want to do more long form videos. And I said I was looking up a little new setup here. That was kind of the goal in 25. And right now it's looking good. So you're going to be seeing a lot more long form videos on this channel going forward. Maybe one a week, maybe one every other week, just to kind of get back into the mold here. But if you want to follow my other stuff, I have a jersey page actually talking exclusive NBA, NFL, MLB jerseys, uniforms, whatever. Fonz Talk jerseys. You want to hit that up. The channel for that is down below, as well as the Instagram page. You can follow my TikTok and my Instagram at Fonz the Falco. Everything for the links will be down below. And like I said, this channel is just a grab bag of stuff. Could be a top 10, could be a review, could be a discussion, could be ranking of things. It could be anything. Again, my niche is that I don't have a niche. I like to talk about anything. Anything that comes to mind, I want to talk about it. And part of it is recapping WWE wrestling pay-per-views and kind of anything else that I want to talk about. Part of the goal was getting a new setup here, a new little studio, and there's something else involved with this goal in mind too in 2025, so you want to stay tuned for that. It might involve this channel, it might not, but you'll know here on this channel, so don't worry about it. Now wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining. Check out this video, subscribe, hit the bell, tell a friend, tell a couple friends. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time. No heel turn for me. Not yet. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out, everybody.